Hey everybody, it's Nina, the baby chick, and we are back on Facebook Live. If you've been following our videos, I'm sure you guys have noticed that my belly has been getting much bigger. We are now 39 weeks pregnant. I'm super excited to meet this baby boy. It feels like it's been forever, but at the same time it feels like it's flown by, and I'm kind of in awe that we are gonna hopefully be meeting this guy soon. I mean, technically I have until 42 weeks, right, to have him, so I still have up to 3 weeks until he shows up, so we'll see. But I have in the past, as you guys, if you've been watching, I've had contractions earlier in my pregnancy, and I've done things to make sure that he stayed in cooking, so we did good with that. But now is the time that I really need to start thinking about preparing for labor, because I'm ready for him to come out. We're telling him all the time, okay, it's time to show up, it's your birthday. Let's make this happen, buddy. So yes, so today I wanted to show you guys my Labor-aide recipe. Yes, you heard me right, Labor-aide, not Gatorade, Labor-aide. So why would someone make a special drink for labor? It's a really good question. When you are in labor, you are using so much energy and require good fuel to be able to continue sustaining and being strong, just like you would when you're running a marathon, right? And when you're running a marathon, you need to hydrate and stay healthy. Same thing for childbirth. But we want to stay away from all that caffeine and sugars and dyes that, you know, a regular sports drink would have. So we want to make something natural and friendly that's going to be great for you and baby, but that's also going to help you be really strong, give you that energy that you need for labor. So I've made this recipe several times with clients in the past, but I haven't made any for myself yet. And I figured since we're 39 weeks, it's time to start doing that so I can have it ready in the fridge. So I thought I'd invite you guys into our kitchen. So if you hear my dogs barking and all of that, you're hopefully used to that by now. But you're in our kitchen, and we're gonna kind of get started on our Labor-aide recipe. I'm gonna have my phone with me because I wanna make sure that I get the recipe just right and that I don't mess anything up. I did do a post a couple of weeks ago about a Labor-aide recipe, and it wrote it all out, so later we'll make sure to include the link in the comments below, so if you want it all typed up, you'll have it there. But I'm going to show you how to do it live. But yeah, so I'll have my phone because I want to make sure that I have everything correct, but I'm also going to be doubling my recipe that I've done on our site, so I want to have twice as much to fill up my pitcher. Okay, so I have everything that I need here ready to go, and I'm going to kind of explain what we need. So we need some raw honey to make it nice and sweet, because sometimes if you don't have the sweetness, for me it just bleh, doesn't taste good. Rescue Remedy, I'll go over a little bit more about what each one does and the significance of all of that. A calcium magnesium supplement, so the liquid kind, and I love this brand, Natural Calm, amazing. You want sea salt. I like the pink Himalayan personally, and I got this at Central Market. And then I prefer using coconut water rather than regular water. So, and this is actually my favorite brand. I'm actually really picky when it comes to coconut water. Sometimes I think most of them taste terrible, but this one I really like. So I got this one. And then you need lemons. So I got about 4 or 5 lemons because we need it for lemon juice. And then we get started, okay? So these are all the ingredients, and now we're gonna get started. So with this, the first thing that we're gonna do is get the coconut water. And in the recipe, it says that we're gonna do 2 cups. So I'm actually gonna do 4 cups, because again, I'm doubling my recipe. So I like to shake this up really well. Okay, open this up, and I'm gonna pour myself half. So if you're doing the recipe that's on the site, you would pour 1 cup, but I'm doubling my recipe, so I'm doing 2 cups. So I have to pour this all the way to the top.
And Latasha says, I'm seeing this 4 weeks too late.
Oh no!
All she had was ice chips.
Oh girlfriend. Well, ice chips are awesome. I'm not gonna knock some ice chips. Those are pretty good. But thank you so much for joining, Latasha. I really appreciate it. So, all right, guys, so we're gonna be pouring the coconut water into our pitcher. Okay. So, coconut water. The reason why I really like to use coconut water is it is nature's natural Gatorade. So again, staying away from all of those dyes and simple sugars and all that crap, this is way better for you. So it has great electrolytes, it has minerals, it's gonna give you that, it's just gonna hydrate you and give you exactly what you need for labor. So coconut water is definitely a pregnant mama's best friend, and I highly recommend using it. But if you're not into the whole coconut water thing, you can totally use just regular, tap, obviously filter it, tap water for this recipe. But I personally like coconut water since there's so many benefits with that. So the next thing that we're gonna do is lemon juice. So I already squeezed a whole bunch of lemons on here. Let me turn this down, sorry. And in the recipe, it says it needs a 1/4 cup. So again, I'm gonna be doubling my recipe. So I need 1/2 cup. So I just need one more lemon on here. And I made sure not to get any of my seeds inside it. Squeeze it really well. Right. And obviously wash your hands before you do all of this, guys. That's pretty gross otherwise. So. Okay, so I now have 1/2 cup, and then you're gonna pour this into your pitcher. So the reason for lemon juice is lemon juice can help with heartburn, digestion problems, nausea. Nausea is very common during labor. It's actually very common for women to throw up during labor. So this can really help with the tummy issues, the digestion stuff, and it helps with bloating as well. So that's really nice. And also it just adds that yummy taste. I personally love lemon, the taste of lemon. I think it's so refreshing. So having this in the drink is wonderful. So adding the lemon juice to that. So I needed about 4 or 5 lemons to be able to make my double of my recipe. So we got that. So what do we have next? So we have the coconut water, so sea salt. We need sea salt, and in my original recipe it said a 1/4 teaspoon, so I'm doing 1/2. Again, I'm doubling my recipe. And I got the fine pink salt rather than having to like grate and do the whole thing. That would take way too long. I'm not into it. So I just need to pour this in here because I'm again doubling my recipe. And then put that in. Great. So sea salt also contains electrolytes and minerals, and it helps with muscle contraction. Did you know actually that salt is really helpful when you are exercising? It helps reduce your cortisol levels. And in labor, cortisol, if you don't know what cortisol is, it's that stress hormone that we experience. And in labor, it's very common for women to get very stressed out. So adding salt can really help with that. It counteracts that stress level. Sorry, you'll hear my dogs playing in the background. Ignore them. Lola, what are you doing? No, ma'am. Okay. So it also reduces the adrenaline levels. So I just love something a little tangy, and this will help with adrenaline levels, will help with your hydration, it will help with muscle contraction. The electrolytes and minerals in it are awesome. So, and I really like I said, the pink Himalayan sea salt. So, perfect. The next thing that we're gonna add is the Rescue Remedy. So Rescue Remedy, this is the natural, it's a homeopathic thing that I actually just got from Amazon, and that's easy. Hey, Lola, quit. No, ma'am. So I got this on Amazon.com, and you're supposed to do about 4 drops whenever you add it to your thing. So I'm gonna add 8 drops because I'm doing it for a whole pitcher. So it does say on here, I really recommend talking to your healthcare provider, your midwife, your doctor before you get this, and ask if it's safe. It's really just supposed to help reduce stress, and in labor, we need all of that we can get. So yeah, and it's all natural, like I said, a homeopathic thing. So I just shake this up, and it's a little dropper. So I'm gonna make sure that I get 8 drops. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, come on, come on, come on. 8, there we go. So 8 drops of my rescue remedy to help me not be so stressed. Zen out during labor, right? Okay, perfect. So the next thing that we need is our calcium magnesium supplement. So it says in my recipe 1 tablespoon, so I'm gonna do 2. And it says in here, I actually was taking a calcium magnesium supplement that my midwife recommended that I take because I was having contractions, because it can really relax your uterus. And I noticed that it really helped me during my pregnancy from having any cramps. Like, you know, when you're pregnant, I don't know, not everyone experiences this, but a lot of women do. When you wake up in the morning and your calves start cramping like no other, ouch, it feels like a major Charlie horse. When I was taking my magnesium or calcium supplement, it really helped with that, and it really slowed down my contractions, so I really enjoyed that. So with this, you're like, well, why do I want to slow things down? It actually can help relax you and your uterus and increase the contractions during labor. So it says that these 2 minerals help our muscles to relax or contract, and this is great, especially during childbirth, since calcium is involved in blood clotting, which is really important, especially after we have baby. We don't, you know, postpartum hemorrhage is a big deal. So if we can help reduce that, I'm all for it. So I think we have a comment. What's going on?
Yeah, we'll take a quick comment break.
Yay!
Well, Crystal says, your story of finding out how you were pregnant totally made me cry.
Aww.
So touching.
Crystal, thank you
You seem
so
like
much.
such an amazing person.
You're an amazing person. Thank you so much for following along, and I'm so glad that you enjoyed our story. It was definitely a very exciting and wonderful moment for us.
And Sarah says, this looks so yummy and easily. Can't wait to whip some up.
Yeah.
Some up. Do you think that alkaline water with electrolytes, like Essentia water, for example, work in lieu of coconut water?
I was going to say alkaline water I think is a great idea. I'm not sure about essential water. I'm not as familiar with that, but yeah, definitely. I would try different things. I've actually, minus the rescue remedy, because again, it shouldn't probably be given to, again, you need to talk to your healthcare provider, and probably, it says on here, children 12 and under. It says ask a doctor before use in children 12 and under. So I would stay away from that if you're making this for the family, but I know plenty of people who have made this just for like a nice drink and refreshing drink to have in their refrigerator rather than, oh, it's a Labor-aide. So yeah, definitely try that out. I'd love to hear what you think if you do make that recipe, and tell me how it tastes. I'm curious. Awesome. Any other comments? We're good?
Yep, we're good right now.
Perfect. Awesome, guys. Thanks for chatting with me. I love getting to know you and answering questions and chatting about all of this. Okay, so I explained about the calcium and magnesium supplement. So I getting the liquid one. Like I was telling you before, I was taking a pill form when I was, having contractions earlier in my pregnancy. So you want the liquid form for your drink, obviously. So it says on here, for directions, shake vigorously before taking, mix with an equal amount of water, blah, blah, blah. So we're making it with this, but you want to shake it vigorously, okay? I think that's good enough, right? That's fine, right? So we're gonna open this up, and it's this really disgusting orange color, but it's fine. And it says on here 1 tablespoon, so I'm gonna be doing 2 tablespoons, again, since I am doubling my recipe. So that's 1. Okay, Sarah's probably like, okay, never mind, that doesn't look so yummy anymore. And this is 2. Perfect. But again, just remember this is helping with blood clotting. It helps with muscle and nerve activities. And it's awesome for labor. So I had my 2. Okay, what do we have next? Now, the last thing we need is the honey. Perfect. I love honey. Obviously, I'm almost out, so I had to get a new one, just in case. So it says 2 tablespoons of honey, and it's really just depending more or less on the type of sweetness that you like. So I'm just gonna do 2 and then kind of taste it from there. So I have, where is it? My tablespoon. Yes, here we go. And maybe I should use my new one because this will take a while, and I don't want you guys to wait forever. Oh, it's not so bad. Maybe I will open my other one. We're almost there, guys. Let's open the other one. I made sure to take the seal off earlier so it wouldn't be as bad. And again, it needs to be raw honey, okay? So this is 1, and in my recipe it says 2 tablespoons. So I'm just gonna do 2 because I don't want it to be like uber sweet. And 2, perfect. Yay, perfection. Okay, now what we do is we mix this bad boy up. May look a little funny, I know. But again, that calcium magnesium, it's not, you don't have to add it if it's something that you don't necessarily want. Again, all of this, you don't have to do the rescue remedy. It's just up to you, but I made sure to include certain ingredients that I know are gonna be really beneficial to me when I am in labor. Okay, so now I pour the other 2 cups. Awesome. This is like almost perfect, 4 cups. Great, y'all. There we go. And then stir one more time. And then there you have it. I doubled my recipe, like I said, on our site. It's super yummy. What you should be doing next is putting it in your fridge, let it cool, and then enjoy. I personally like it colder rather than just like room temperature, but I'll get a glass and show you. 1 minute. Let me get that. Actually, I'll get this cup. Perfect. I don't want to use a full glass because I'm not in, I want to use this actually for my real labor and probably make more. Ooh, yummy. That's really good. Again, staying hydrated during your labor is vital, super important. Just like you would want to stay hydrated for a marathon or any kind of workout, you are using every ounce of your body to have this baby. So replenishing it with something that's really healthy for you, staying away from, like I said, the dyes and the sugars. This is all natural. You and your body will enjoy it. So cheers, mamas. I think we have another comment. So
well, I have a question.
Oh, my husband has a question. What's up?
So what is your routine when you go into labor? How do you incorporate this?
Yeah, so I probably wouldn't be drinking this in early labor because it's not like it's taking a ton of my energy. I'll probably just drink like coconut water. But once I am in active labor, I am gonna then say, okay, we need the good stuff. We need the stuff that's gonna get me through this. So because I'm not gonna have tons, pictures and pictures ready in my fridge, so I really want to use this in active labor and later. So I'm going to be asking you, my darling husband, to fill up my thermos with my Labor-aide with ice, and so then that way every contraction I should be taking a sip of my Labor-aide or of water. So staying hydrated, like I said, is essential, and it's been proven that women who are dehydrated or have contractions that aren't as effective. It actually prolongs your labor when you're dehydrated. So the more hydrated you are, the more effective and efficient your contractions are, so the faster things will go. So this will give me the energy to continue on rather than just having the regular water. So I hope that answers your question. Perfect. Awesome, guys. Well, like I said, cheers to all of us pregnant mamas who are about to go into labor, hopefully very soon, hopefully. But until next time, we'll see ya. Bye.